Hello and a very warm welcome to our coverage of the AFC Champions League Two. We're at the Sheikh Ali bin Mohammed Al Khalifa Stadium. We are in Arad in Bahrain to see a Group A clash between two unbeaten teams. Al Muharraq from Bahrain, the Bahraini champions, up against Al Wasl, the 8-time champions of United Arab Emirates. Both teams are on great runs of form at the moment. They've both got 2 wins out of 2 here, including a massive 7-1 thumping for Al Wasl over Esteghlal. And they meet in the first of 2 matches. They'll play back-to-back against each other. It's warm, 29 degrees. The sun, well, the weather is warm. The humidity is fairly high. It's been a roasting hot day, but it has cooled down just a little bit for tonight's contest. Muharraq are the 2-time AFC Cup champions. That was the forerunner of the AFC Champions League Two as recently as 2021. And they've got several survivors of that squad still playing. They're looking to make a real impact in this competition in 2026 already. They've made a solid start to their league campaign. They're top of the standings, unbeaten after 5 matches, 2 of which have been drawn, but against their nearest rivals. Up against an Al Wasl side who, well, they are 8-time champions of the UAE, but their glory time was really in the 1980s. They've always been competitive. However, they were 3rd last year, and it's produced wholesale changes and a new coach as well in the experienced Luis Castro from Portugal. And he's brought in a host of new names, and they are on a decent run of form. The new names are gelling together rather nicely. They're on an 8-match unbeaten run in all competitions. The Bahrainis, the hosts in Manama, they are on a 9-match unbeaten record. Something you suspect will have to give. Both teams are pretty happy with the start that they have made in this competition. These 2 teams haven't met before, surprisingly, considering the profile of both of these clubs. Al Wasl in this AFC 2 group beat Al Wadat last time out. That was after that 7-1 mauling of Esteghlal. So they've run home and away. This is their 2nd away game. Muharraq similarly, 2 points out of 2, or 2 wins out of 2, 6 points out of 6. They've also got a Portuguese coach in Nandinho. Their victory is a comfortable 4-0 victory here against Al Wadat. A contest in which they shared the goals around. Arthur Rezende, who plays the number 10 role, and the Angolan international Elliot Somoz on target there, as was the substitute Facundo Tobares. Lots of new names to get used to with Al Muharraq. They had such a settled squad for so many years. There are some familiar names. Ibrahim Lutfalla, the experienced international goalkeeper, he remains, as does Walid Al Hayim. They recruited Mohammed Al Hardem season before last from Al Khaldea. He is one of a number of changes, both of domestic players and their foreign signings. Al Muharraq, 35 times winner of the Bahraini Premier League, but only last year did they end a run of 7 seasons without winning it. Certainly it's been Bahrain in the Bahraini Kings Cup, so that's AFC Champions League 2 or AFC Cup win 2021 was something of a glitch, a good glitch. Wasl have made the short journey over from Dubai. They're one of the original big teams in Dubai. They've had the likes of Diego Maradona on their list of many, many coaches in their history. Teams making their way out to a fairly full stadium. It can get rather raucous here. This is the AFC Champions League Two. It is the champions of Bahrain in the red, Al Muharraq, versus Dubai's Al Wasl. Al Hayem, the experienced international, leading the way Alongside him is the chunky figure of Ibrahim Rutvala, who's a strong presence. So the goalkeeper on the other side, Khalil Saif, he's the captain as well for Al Wasl. He's only got one international cap to his name, but he's very much a mainstay of this much changed Al Wasl side. This is the AFC Champions League Two competition anthem. Officials come from Japan, the three on the field of play. Fourth official is from Lebanon. AFC Champions League 2, there is no VAR. So these four men have to deal with everything. Muharraq and Koto Watanabe are the regular assistants to Yusuke Araki. I'll tell you more about him in just a short while. Firstly, let's have a look at the Al Muharraq starting lineup. They show marked similarities to the team that beat Al Wadet. One change that Ahmed Rabia comes in at centre-back. He wears the number 17 shirt. On the bench, the vast experiences, Syed Jafar is there, and plenty of internationals as well. Players to look out for: the number 99, Elliot Simoes, the number 80, Arthur Rezende, two signings for this year. Sofian Marouk will provide width on the right-hand side, the Moroccan right winger. Shuki Marakai is a 39-year-old from Tokyo. He was one of the referees at the AFC Asian Cup in 2023 in nearby Qatar. It's his 10th season in the J-League. He's been on the FIFA lists for 10 years as well. Experienced and respected campaigner. Had some work as well in the Polish league. Very different weather there on occasions. Al Wasl, well, numerous changes for Luis Castro. We're seeing a debut, in fact, for Rodrigo Oliveira, a 22-year-old Brazilian, who will be playing, we believe, as a centre-back. There's to look out for Jean Ngussa, the Ivory Coast central midfielder. I like the look of him. On the bench, bags of talent. Ali Saleh, the international, and Jimenez, who's Argentine-born but now eligible to play for United Arab Emirates. He's actually made his international debut. He's on the bench as well. This is the lineup. Soufiane Bouftini, the Moroccan centre-back, has got a big role to play. He's played in 9 of the 10 matches that Al Wasl have played so far this season in all competitions. The other Soufiane on the other side is Sofian Marouk, also Moroccan. He'll be attacking down the right-hand side of Rabia, who's come in for just his second appearance in all competitions this season for the Bahraini champions. Home support could be crucial in this one. This could decide, these two matches could decide who wins the group. It's a 4-team group, but also if you lose both of these matches, it will allow either Esteghlal or Al Wadet, who are playing simultaneously, might give them a chance to come back. AFC Champions League 2, we are underway in Manama. It is Bahrain's Al Muharraq in the red, going from right to left against Al Wasl from the United Arab Emirates. Third in the UAE last year, which is a good league. It's nothing to be sniffed at. As expected, they've lined up in that 4-1-4-1 formation, which they do utilise regularly. Early pressure from Soufiane. go with the first touch. Then Sidibe trying to get through. Sidibe misses out. Free right on point there. No free kick against Muharraq. There's another who's not had many appearances in the yellow of Al Wasl. Palacios Atletico Mineiro from the Brazilian Bruno Santos. Been commentating on Muharraq games for several years. A number of changes in their squad in these last 2 years. Really is very unlike the club. I suppose that 2021 victory was in the AFC Cup was a big result for them. Dino, a lot of expectation. Sidibe's header. Here's Walid. Fuller, he's a very commanding goalkeeper. He does come out for crosses. That was a really wasteful touch by Rabia. He's pushed it out wide though to Simoes. The Angolan pushes forward onto Juninho. Brazilian tries to play the ball into space, doesn't break. Good work from Juninho. Range effort. Juninho was a little bit selfish because he had players to his right and to his left-hand side. It is Tanun. He starts on the right-hand side of the midfield, Tanun. Ball pinned into space. It's good coverage over on the far side. Having to work hard there was Vareta Gabriel. Another of the many signings Al Wasl made. Came from Palmeiras. The start of the season. Here's Walid. Al Wasl with everybody behind the ball in these early stages. Simos. Played in the English League as recently for Salford City. The Syrian and Sidibe in the heart of midfield, and Sidibe a little bit too much on that from the UAE eligible player Simos. Has a bit of trickery, wins the throw-in. Vastly experienced Luis Castro took over at the start of this season for Al Wasl. They changed their coaches with alarming regularity. Header at the far post. It was a delicious ball in from Oliveira. Stood up at the far post was Juninho. That's got to go down as a chance because he wasn't picked up, he wasn't marked. Have a look at him at the far post. Nobody really attacks the ball. He just gets under it, and you can see his reaction. It was Hugo he got higher than. This breaks through to Fuller. Very much the number one, and normally very good with distribution, but rather telegraphed that one. Tanun, busy player. Once again, nice and physical in the heart of midfield. Putting himself about is Hanan Abdul Wahab. Sidibe does get forward, can play in all the midfield positions. Can't quite dig that one out, and it's Bruno Santos coming forward. Brazilian came just this year from Apollon. Waleed's done well. This is Elliot Simoes. Juninho Simoes. Bumbling shot. Saif had to make sure that he had his angles right and didn't bounce off him. Simoes has been busy in these early stages. Comfortable save, but one that could bounce away from you. Waleed. Simoes demanding the ball. Julius Oliveira, who's already got free ones down the left-hand side. That'll be a foul against Simoes. The right start by the Angolan. Ball onto the far side, that's Hugo. Jania. Hugo once again. Frustrating left winger. Fullback who operates as a left winger. Guessing. Jania. So they be available. Right-hand side is Rodrigo Oliveira. Tini dominating things, and Gessen does well. Tarnoon. Tarnoon to the back post. Oh, it's driven just wide. That's a lovely fast break coming in. Tarnoon with a gorgeous ball in. Over on the far post, it was Palacios. Acrobatically puts it wide, but that must go down as a chance for Palacios. Strength down the far side, dealt with. It's clear by Loretta Gabriel. Just 20 years of age, been with the club for 2 seasons now, Loretta. In the meantime, our first real look at Rezende. Quiet but a lovely create on the ball, the number 80. 15 is Hanan Abdul Wahab, here is Rezende. Fizz that one into Juninho. It's a idea from Juninho, but it's Jania. Muftini. Jania. Al Wasl happy just to play a little bit of keep ball at the moment, not under any real pressure. And a long ball over the top finds Tarnoon. Tarnoon, little clip in the back from Al Hadan. Down was Matias Saldana, another of the Brazilian contingent. Tarnoon got into a good position, yeah. Saldana was just clipped. Al Hadan disagrees, as you can see. That's a free kick in a reasonable area for Al Wasl. One of the locally born players in the starting lineup for Muharraq. With a handful of international caps. So trying to explain to the referee. Didn't do an awful lot wrong. Palacios to curl this one in left-footed. Not the worst ball in, it's guided just over the top. Oh, too much on that one from Sofiane Bouftini. Well, that's two very presentable chances now for Al Wasl. Volley from Palacios, and then Palacios puts a lovely ball in. Gosh, that's a mismatch. Bouftini up against Rabea. That is a mismatch that Al Wasl will look to try to capitalise on. Sidibe goes down the right-hand side. Cleverly played by Gervasio Oliveira, the Uruguayan fullback. Powerful figure of Fuller. Brings it forward, that'll bring to Juninho. Goes out to Janir. Tarnoon, nicely played. And Gessen, big chance. Flag is up for offside. But they are playing well. That was Saldana through one-on-one. They'll show us how far offside it was. It looked a couple of yards. Nice line, but once again, I tell you what, there is no VAR. That would have been mighty close. And once again, it's Rabea, who hasn't played a lot of football this season. Number 17. It's only 12 and a half minutes, very much belonging to Al Wasl. Down this right-hand side has had a big role to play. His Samos tries to change the momentum. Al Hardan, nicely played. Samos once again. Juninho gets in the way to howls of derision from the Manama faithful. And that's good defensive work from Hanan Abdul Wahab. Wins it straight back. Bruno, strength. Lacks control. Bundles into his man. Palacios, who's been involved, had that chance. Just clumsy from Bruno, nothing more. Muharraq of Bahrain in the red, 0. Al Wasl, the UAE. Established club down in Zabil in Dubai, 0. Wasl never done well on the international stage, but that's a lovely ball again. Palacios, so close to getting on the end of it. He's a real threat. On the left-hand side is the Colombian. Focuses on Rabea. Number 17 is playing in at centre-back. He's only 23 years of age. It's a big responsibility in a high-profile clash like this. Fella looks for Samos. Bouftini alongside Goretta. Short from the more experienced Bouftini. Sidibe. Nicely done. Rodrigo Oliveira, the target, debutant. He's got to the byline, Rodrigo. Slides it across, and that time really well defended by Rabea. Well, he hadn't been convincing until that point, but an excellent defensive challenge from Amir Khalid Rabea. Saved a near certain tap-in for Saldana. Real launches high. Today, Esteghlal beat Al Wasl for their first win of the campaign. They start off with a dreadful 7-1 loss against Al Wasl. Two first half goals have seen them push their way through from the 23 All-Star. Sani spoke to Esteghlal. Lovely ball out wide, finds Tanu. He's really got involved an awful lot as the international from United Arab Emirates. Wasl dictating the pace of this game as well. Palacios again involved down the left-hand side, finds Hugo. Might break to Palacios, good combination down that left-hand side. Brazilian and the Colombian doing well, and again Rabia. Toning for earlier perhaps nervousness. Inside, plays it out wide. Oh, lovely flick. It's had a really good start. Sam follows the ball through. Comes to the edge of the penalty area, and it's a wayward effort. Tanoun. Everything else pretty well so far today. Luis Castro must be pretty happy with his team's performance at the moment. Okay, Palacios with the ball in, not the most convincing header, worth a go. Talked about it for years to come if it goes in. Well worth a go. Go with an easy header. Sofian, and the effort comes in into the penalty area. He's been quiet so far. Zende. Just found a little bit of space, couldn't get the power as it's being closed down. Good work by Gabriel. The first little look we've had at Arthur Rodriguez Rezende. It's involved again. The best ball in gave Sedivia a scary moment as he was surrounded by 3 red shirts. Gabriel. It's good from Saldana. Tanoun. Good to get down this right-hand side and gives the ball away. Nothing to blame. That was just a miscontrol. Good defending coming in. Beer coming out from his duties in the back four just to put pressure on Tanoun. Those visiting fans will be relatively encouraged. Short flight from Dubai into Bahrain for the night. Hugo, slightly raised. Malakai. Comes Jean Gassin, the heart of midfield. He's the holding midfielder. It allows the other four midfielders to get up in support. Saldana, we've seen that. He's up for offside against Sufyan Muharraq. It's not gone well so far for Muharraq, but they're level. Side, but I think that's a good goal by the Japanese assistant over on the far side. Santos down the line. Sufyan tries to get away from his man, and he has. Gets the better of Hugo, takes him on again. This time Sufyan shows good skill, good pace, well defended by the other Sufyan 15. That is Ende. Seem to go down a little bit easily here. It is the excellent work on the right-hand side by Sufyan Muharraq. Gets inside. It's not the worst ball, and it's well defended inside the 6-yard box. Juninho was in a good position at the back post. Dania's cushioned header. And Gesson. Jania. Nice from Sidibe. Saldana closed down quickly. Tanoun once again busy down this right hand side. Sidibe to Ngesson. Kick for the Ivory Coast under 23 international. He reckons there's a little bit of afters coming in there from the Ghanaian and Abdul Wahab. Hard-working midfielders. Their job for their respective teams. Win the ball, keep it simple. Win the majority of the possession for your club. At the moment, it's the Al Wasl man who's doing the better job. They've had more chances, more possession. But they've yet to score a goal. Gesson over the ball. Necessarily put out for a corner kick by Raib. Santos will have some defensive duties to do. He is not the tallest centre-back, so we need to match up. We saw the mismatch earlier on between Muftini and Rabea. Let's see if that's a target for this corner. Likes to dominate things in the penalty area if it comes in near him. Kept it away from Lutfulla. Here's over each other. That will go out for a throw into Al Muharraq. Staying down. It's the tall figure of Sufyan Buftini. Just long ball in, it's clumsy, nothing else from Hanam Abdul Wahab. Referee's right there, he's got the perfect view of it. That's excellent positioning. Experienced referee. I'm guessing. Saldana. Palacios. There for company. Palacios finds Hugo. 3 in the penalty area. Doesn't reach any of them, but it's a corner kick for Al Wasl. Call themselves the Emperors, Al Wasl football team. Last year in the Pro League. At the front post, Hugo will have another chance. It didn't. Forward fella. Juninho. Battle with Angessen. Adamant that there was a hand used by the Ivory Coast midfielder. Janir in the heart of midfield does look neat and tidy, hasn't done much going forward, but he's the holding player. Normally that's the role that Ngessen gets. Ngessen being given a slightly more advanced role, although it's 2 defensive midfielders in this formation for Al Wasl. The ball spun out to Palacios. Shifted over to that left-hand side. Palacios has shifted to this right. So inverted wingers for Al Wasl. Hardan. Good ball. Simos has been quiet for the last 10 minutes, but there he's driving. Get the better of Rodrigo Oliveira. Rodrigo's kept to his job, but Simos eventually gets a cross in that is blocked. Breaks to Juninho. Simos available once again. This is Simos. Drives it in. It's dealt with by Buftini. Dos Santos. This is Javicio Oliveira. By Palacios, and that will be a throw into Muharraq. Remains goalless. Juninho, the claim for handball against John Angessen. So I think in that melee, he got a slight knock. Results from earlier today, Esteghlal beating Al Wasl 2-0. Players having a player sent off in that game. Esteghlal beating Al Zahra 2-1. That was yesterday. Al Ahly 2, Al Qadag 2. Goa 1, Al Nasser 2. Ronaldo. Chaldea, the other Bahraini team, they got themselves a goalless draw at Andijan. Muftini looks very convincingly. Oliveira wins the corner kick for the Bahraini champions, their first corner of the night. Oliveira, goalkeeper, puts a decent punch onto it. Swung back out to this right-hand side. Oliveira, there's a collision there. Man's gone down. The referee's played an advantage. Come back and maybe have a look at that. Tarnoon, and there's a collision off the ball. These two players go for a loose ball. He's flying all over the place. It's Al Hardan who just blocked the run there of Saldana. Very effective it was too, and he's got away with it. Have a look at that. He just gets in the way of Saldana. Referee's positioning is very, very good. I don't think he sees it, and then at the other end, that's Palacios. Going in on Oliveira. 4 combatants get up. No yellow cards issued. Water taken on. It's a humid night in Manama. It's goalless. Muharraq 0, Al Wasl 0. The defending champions of this competition. The difference between AFC 2 and AFC Elite, they were beaten 5-0 in the AFC Elite competition yesterday. Hugo. Wasl's first appearance in this competition. Football really, truly got itself organised around about the turn of the century. There were competitions before. It's the introduction of the AFC Champions League and the AFC Cup, replaced by AFC Champions League, AFC Champions League Two. Opportunity for continental competition. Also would have looked at this competition in the 1980s. They would have had a real chance. They were really the top team in the UAE. It's careless. Under no pressure whatsoever. Coming from Veretta Gabriel. Santos. For Sufyan, good as well. Al Hardan. There's Jania. Lovely spin and turn. Zidabi. Jania drives forward. Players on this right-hand side. Tarnoon almost inevitably. First touch for once lets him down, but he nearly wriggles through. Walid scrambles it clear, only as far though as the reliable figure of Malik Jania. Sidibe's cross, punched away, but not far enough. Yes, it is. Tarnoon couldn't find the back of the net. He hit the target. There were enough red shirts around. Fourth decent chance of this first half for the visitors, Al Wasl. Jania. It's out to Oliveira. Jania once again. Hugo. The worst ball in. Yeah, he seems to be in a good position just to easily pick up possession. First touch from Tarnoon. He's able to push it out wide. This is Oliveira. He's got a lovely left foot. It's comfortable. Gabriel. It's to half time. Ardan realised that once again he's not convinced by the decision. Like that actually is close to a yellow card, the way he grabs back on Anguissa. There's the earlier effort, good movement to find the space. It just bounces a little bit high, doesn't it, on Tarnoon Al-Zarbi. The keeper feels he's got to get a block on the ball, but just puts it in towards Tarnoon. Castro's side had the better of the game, certainly the better of the chances. Sufyan. Sidibe comes away with possession. Looks down the line. Saldana. Oliveira, stay honest there. It's been a good battle down this right-hand side for Al Wasl. Tarnoon has got forward on multiple occasions. In many ways, he's there to prevent Oliveira doing the same, going the other way. Target, towering header from Rodrigo Oliveira. He's made a fine AFC debut. Figure, 6'3", Sufyan Liftini. Considering there were so many changes, he's put together a reasonable side. There's Luis Castro. There's the experience, of course, being in charge of Porto, Shakhtar Donetsk, Al Duhail, Botafogo, Al Nassr, et al. Target. The lead does well. Oliveira, once again in close contact. This time it's Tarnoon that does the clever work. Palacios. To release a shot on his left foot, it was never really on. Hugo. Gabriel. Smuggled out to Hugo once again by Sidebe. Hugo lifts it up to the back post. Tarnoon. Good clearance by Walid. Gesson wanted the free kick, it wasn't coming. That one surely will be a free kick by Palacios on hard-working Hanan Abdul Wahab. He's probably been the outstanding player, Palacios. He's on loan from Atletico Mineiro. Sunday. The ball into Juninho. Junior, nice weight on the pass. Palacios, Sidebe, for the give and go that was never really on. Possessional stats, 2/3 of the ball with the visitors. Al Wasl. Shots on target have come from Muharraq. It's been impressive from Al Wasl. The shots haven't been on target, they have created the better moments. Hugo and Sufyan. Sufyan gets a little bit of retribution. Referee might have a word. Have a point that Hugo seemed to jump into him. Definitely, Sufyan looks for retribution. Well, Hugo for Botafogo after a season on loan at Vitoria. Happy to take an age over this goal kick. He hurries him up, but he's all up to himself is Ibrahim Lutfala. Sunday to go backwards. He had one shot from the talented Brazilian Rosende. Trying to slide that one in. Gesson inside. Right, no foul there. Simos can go on. Dolan can only pick out the formidable figure of Sufyan Buftini. Sufyan, a little go at each other. Sufyan's long ball over the top. Jumping into the man. Is Sufyan. Who put the ball in, Sufyan. The elbows raised, no eyes on the ball. They're the kind of challenges that can really cause goalkeepers problems because they've got eyes on their ball, their chest is open. Many people say they're an overprotected species. Vulnerable if there's an elbow thrust into that area. nonetheless, no damage done. No goal for Sofyan, no goal for Muharraq, no goals for anyone. Challenge coming in from Rabea. I didn't fancy it. Rabea more determined than anybody else. It would be interesting if Wenger had gone in. There's Walid. It's been calmness personified as usual for Bahrain. Punch above their weight at international level. Ooh, lovely first take of the ball. Half-time whistle goes just at the time where the Bahraini champions were beginning to improve. They've had the only 2 shots on goal, but it's the visitors from United Arab Emirates, from Dubai, who've had the better of the game. But no goals at half-time. Muharraq can only improve. Al Wasl need to improve their shooting. Half-time. AFC Champions League 2. Muharraq from Bahrain 0. Al Wasl 0. Very warm welcome back to the Sheikh Ali Mohammed Al Khalifa Stadium in Arad. We are in Bahrain. It is AFC Champions League Two. The champions are Bahrain and the two-time winners of the precursor to this competition, the AFC Cup. Muharraq being held 0-0 by Al Wasl, who are making their debut in this competition. In all fairness, Al Wasl, who were fourth in the UAE last year, and 8-time champions of that league. Well, they had the better of the first half. Admittedly, the only two shots on goal came against the Al Wasl goalkeeper, Khalid Saif, their goalkeeper. There was a header over the top early on from Juninho, but generally, this was a very impressive performance by Al Wasl going forward with a little bit more fortune. Their wide players, in particular, Tanun Al-Zabi and Rahian Palacios, may well have scored. They didn't, so we're all square at 0-0. Both teams unbeaten in the group so far. Referee Yusuke Arakai gets us underway in the second half. Al Wasl from Dubai going from right to left in this AFC Champions League 2 clash. Al Muharraq can only improve from their first half. They were a little bit soporific, but they made an early start through Juninho. Little dink over the top. Looks for Sufyan, Moroccan, and that's taken a glance off a Al Wasl defender, so that's a corner, the second of the match for the home team. 64% of the possession in the first half to the visitors. 2 corners to 1. Only 5 shots apiece, the only 2 on target coming from the Bahrainis. They've got a chance here through Simos. Played in the lower leagues in England, Simos, the Angolan. Decent corner in to the edge of the penalty area. Driven straight into the safe gloves of Khalid Saif. Decent effort coming in from Hanan Abdul Wahab. Doesn't score many. Changes of personnel. For Al Wasl, they've got Khalid Saif in goal. Back four, Rodrigo Oliveira, Soufiane Buftini, Beretta Gabriel and Hugo Gonçalves. John Angesson, Malik Janya and Sika Sidibe in the heart of midfield. Saldania leading the line with Palacios down the left and Tanun Al-Zabi down the right. As for the Bahrainis, Mutfala in goal. Just for a moment because there's a break coming on here. Rolling behind. Actually, is a change on that left-hand side, isn't there? This is Hanan Abdul Wahab. Long-range effort. Right to start into this second half. Simos with the effort. Muharraq with the guidance of Nandinho. Mutfala in goal. Bruno Santos. Madrabia. Khalid Al-Hatem. And Gervasio Oliveira along the back. And Abdul Wahab. Mohamed Al-Hadan in midfield. Soufiane Mahrouk on the right. Elias Simos down the left. For Rezende, playing in number 10 position with number 80, with Juninho leading the line. Teams unbeaten in this group, 2 wins out of 2. They play each other on matchday 4 as well. Istiqlal getting the better of Al Wahda to earn their first victory. But then in contention, the top 2 go through to the knockout phase. 8 groups. Top. Walid, the only survivor from the team that won the AFC Cup in 2021, still playing in the starting 11 anyway. There's several in the squad. to the punch. And the impressive Rodrigo Oliveira. Sidibe, after good work once again by Tahnoon. Really like the work of Tahnoon Al-Zabi. The 6-year-old's won 8 international caps already. He'll be looking for a good season to make sure he's in the plans of the United Arab Emirates, who've already qualified for the Asian Cup, the part of 2027. Guessing. Guessing once again. Spun that in. That's good strength there. Saldana just held off very effectively by Sufyan. Excellent upper body strength, and then good use of the lower body. Spins it out wide. Taken well by Simões. Simões, can he get to the byline? He has. Can the cross come in? Simões, oh, it nearly breaks to Juninho. Just a little bit high. Once again, Simões showing promise down that left-hand side. Challenge comes in. High challenge from Al Wasl. Jania. Syrian, as we look at the work from Simões. Real speedster. Took a little bit too much time to get the cross in. Gives Sidibe a chance to get back, and then that's where the foul comes in from Al Wasl. Excellent work from Tahnoon. Trying to get on with things quickly, too quickly. Foul comes for Muharraq. We've started the second half a little bit brighter than they were for long patches in the first. I'm sure Nandinho had words to say. They've got home advantage. I was talking before the game about the crowd potentially being a 12th man, but they need something to make them excited. Arthur Rezende hasn't really given them enough. What a pass that is to Simões, and he's kept it in. Simões looks back to Hanam. The impetus has gone out of the move, which is a shame. Oliveira has to come back and start again, but what a glorious long pass from Ibrahim Lutfala. Deflected wide. Juninho had the drive. Actually, it's gone wide directly. Much more encouraging. There's the shot that it comes in. Closed down. Good work defensive by Sufyan Buftini. Morocco's recent success in world football, Buftini hasn't won a full cap. He's been part of an A team. Palacios jumps against Bruno. Sidibe might still break. Nguesen. Oh, that's Hugo to make a detour, which he does. Nice ball into the middle. Sidibe then loses out to Sufyan. And Hugo can't play it in, and the Bahraini champions are able to smug it out. And look at the pace of Simões. He wants the foul against Rodriguez and gets the foul. And if it is a foul, it could be a yellow card. Indeed it is. Genuine pace there. from Elliot Timoz. Rodrigo on debut picks up the first yellow card. He misses the ball. And in the foot race, he then caught Timoz. Started brightly in the first half, faded. Started brightly in the second half. Muharraq will hope that he doesn't fade this time. Sufyan coming through the back of Hugo. So we've had a couple of physical confrontations. Been a good battle. It's goalless, but as in every goalless game, there's little individual moments like this one between Hugo and Sufyan. And Sufyan is denied by Hugo, who was just within the limits of the law. Arms wrapped around the Moroccan. Long ball looks for Juninho, who gets the header across goal. Really good work there from young Sufyan Muharraq. Hugo has to work hard and had to resist the temptation to foul him. There's Palacios. Rabea. Coolly done by Al Hardan. Not so coolly done by Walid Al Hayem. Usually a bit more cultured than that. Second chance for Walid. Bruno. Sufyan versus Hugo. Round 10. We get a chance to see that last tussle. Hugo was able to eventually fend off the challenge of Sufyan. Rabea. A long kick. He's straight to his opposite goalkeeper. I don't think either team would be too unhappy with a single point. Obviously, you prefer the 3, but staying unbeaten. Won convincingly one of your 2 previous games. Having won both games, indeed. Position for both these teams in this group. Al Wasl not come out with the same verve as they had for much of the first half. Rabea. This turn by Buftini. Gessen. Runs into Rabea. Simos. Oh, remarkable. Keeps that in, does Elliot Simos. He's up for this now, and he's running at Rodriguez. Simos. Bruno's ball in. Oh, there's a hand there, surely. Surely there's a hand. Oh, my word. Malik Janna's got really away with one there, and coming the other way, Sidibe looks for the ball into Saldana. But that looked a nailed-on handball. No VAR in Champions League 2. So no chance for somebody else to have a look at this, but when we have a chance, I'm sure a replay will show that there is a hand here. Not too many protests, it must be said. There's the moment. Well, it certainly looks like it's hit the right hand there of Malik Jana. Palacios. Can Al Wasl make the most of that let-off? I'm guessing trying to start things off. To Gabriel. Guess and tells Gabriel, that's where it's going. I think he wants the Brazilian to take a few more risks going forward. Tarnoon loses out to Al-Hardan. Bruno. Just over an hour, still goalless. Teams remain unbeaten in this group. Teams doing well in their respective leagues as well, running away with things. It's nice football. Tarnoon. Bea, who's not the tallest, does well. Bruno Santos did well to hold off the physical presence of Matias Saldana. Look at Saldana, the number 11, is just eased off the ball by Bruno. That enabled Khalid Rabea to deal with this. It's the defending from the number 31 that just prevents Saldana getting anywhere near the ball. Third corner of the game for Al Wasl. They're going to make a change. Coming into the fray is Serginho. In all of their games so far this season, Serginho, the number 19, just waits, an attacking forward. Gabriel. Tarnoon. Double change, in fact, being prepped. Just outside your shot, but bottom right now of your picture. Two attacking players being prepared. Diallo, Ivory Coast striker. Serginho. Cape Verde international. It's North America bound, he hopes. He does well in this competition, it'll certainly help him. There's a tug back, that's going to be a yellow card. Palacios, more than that, and really well done, it must be said, from Soufiane Marouk not to react. I mean, that's crazy from Palacios. Soufiane really has had to hold his temper there. So Serginho on for Matias Saldana. Sidibe to be replaced by Diallo. Junior 24-year-old Diallo. 22-year-old with a couple of goals this season in all competitions. regularly change this forward line. They give the starting three an hour or so, and then bring on fresh legs. Since the introduction of the 5 substitutes law, that's what many teams do. Oliveira with the throw. Samoas in the middle. Zande waits. Powerful figure. Buftini makes the first challenge. Samoas wins the free kick against Tarnoon. Is that going to be a yellow? Yes, it is indeed. Third yellow of the game, and again it's Samoas who causes the problem. Again, it's a rugby-like tackle. Not one, not two, but probably 3 fouls in one there. So first change from Muharraq. Zande off. And a like-for-like change. Lucas Moraletto. Signed in August this year from Barito Putra in Indonesia. Samoas to take this free kick, the one that he won himself. Two-man wall, and that's brilliantly defended at the near post. Gosh, he's a big figure, a leader, Sufyan Buftini. He was whipped in at some pace, and Buftini hurled himself at the ball. Rabi and Sufyan are there. Oliveira to take the second corner of this second half, third overall for Muharraq. Lead is there, but beaten in the air by the recently introduced Diallo. Oliveira down the line to Samoas. Here's an end result from Samoas. It's a bit too far. It's a nice idea. Too much pace on the ball. Confirmation of the yellow card for Al Zarbi. Wanted movement ahead of him. There wasn't an awful lot, despite the new players recently being introduced. Clever from Hugo. Buys himself a little bit of space. Right there, Serginho. Lovely ball in, looks for Diallo. Walid defended it magnificently well. Gessen. Moraletto busily introduced himself to the game. Spent some time in the French league, Jean Gessen. Still only 22, still learning the trade. Bruno finds Sufyan. Again shows great strength. Wins the throw-in. He's done many, many good things. Sufyan Muharraq. Moraletto. To the foul, doesn't get one. Ball over the top. Now then, Diallo's got pace. And Diallo's into the penalty area. Diallo, if he can square, had Serginho. Red shirts are back. Just in time for Hanan. Samoas. Simoes has got pace at one side. We now see Diallo's got pace at the other. That'll be something to worry Muharraq. Serginho. Diallo inside of him. Serginho runs into Ahmed Khalid Rabea. Al-Hadan. Walid. Ahead of him, as always, trying to get forward is Oliveira. Oh, what a good effort. You saw the goalkeeper just off his line. Juninho from a long, long way out. Al Wasl are calling for a substitution. You saw there some desperate gesturing to the bench. Sofian Buftini. I think we're saying that the right back Rodrigo Oliveira is struggling. Oliveira might be brought into the game here. Might have to defend against Simoes. Running ragged, lovely ball over the top. Dealt with by Gabriel. And Gessen can't quite get there. There, back to his goalkeeper, Lutfala. Into the final 20 minutes, still goalless. Al-Hadan. The ball over the top for Juninho. Sofian sticks a foot out and got the ball. And then Juninho went into the trailing leg. Yeah, just on the hip. Completely accidental. This might give Al Wasl a chance to make the change that Sofian Buftini was gesturing that they might need. Good defending. The attacker runs into the defender rather than the defender follows through onto the attacker. Changes, Rodrigo stays on. What all that gesturing was about. Drives forward. Tarnoon. Hugo taken out. Yellow card number 4 of the match. That one for Ahmed Khalid Rabea. Excellent work once again going forward by Hugo. No doubt Rabea took him out. Jimenez, the Argentine-born UAE international. He's a regular starter in the league. '29-year-old to come on for an impressive in patches performance from Rahian Palacios. And similarly, the other wide man. Impressive in patches. Tarnoon's gone quieter in this second half. Maybe It's a triple change. Rodrigo, as expected, is brought off. Al Azizi will go in at right back. That's all. 5 changes have now been made for Al Wasl. They've got a free kick. In and over the top. Jimenez's first involvement. It's all got a little bit scrappy in the last couple of minutes with all the changes. Both teams maybe looking forward for the last 15 minutes to grab the all-important goal. And again, a draw isn't the worst result for either team. In fact, Al Wasl positively welcome it. Lovely ball played out wide. Jimenez for the little nutmeg, didn't work. Hanam, Hugo. Jimenez again has found himself in some space already. I'm guessing. Al Azizi. This comes to Jimenez again. As well, and Gessen picks up the second ball and then gives it away. Lucky to get it back from Jania. Oliveira, no cross comes in. Second chance for Oliveira. This time a cross does come in. Well dealt with at the near post by Sufyan. To the other Sufyan. Desperately trying to get a shot away. Oh, what a tackle that is. Azizi, but the flag is up for offside. Elliot Simoes thought he was going to get a shot away. He just drifted offside. Peach of a pass inside. And again, VAR might have disagreed. Nonetheless, what a pass that was from Sufyan Muharraq. Really am liking the performance of Muharraq. Tight offside. Offside given. Simoes denied. Muharraq's gone into the number 10 role. He's been given a more influential role in the team with Rosende having gone off. Here's Bruno. Still chasing a winner. Salah, the number 7, is an attack-minded winger. UAE international as Robert goes back to his goalkeeper. Will be under pressure from Diallo. Fala. Well, it's safe enough, but wasn't the distance. Might take some encouragement from that. Encourage the to rush the goalkeeper. To Gabriel. Very composed. Says to Gabriel, you go forward. Jimenez, Hugo, Gabriel, Gessen. He takes the forward option. Clever defensively are the Bahrainis. They get bodies back. Free kick there, a little bit clumsy once again from Hanam Abdul Wahab. Salah's first involvement. Welcome to Manama, says Hanam. Great run from Oliveira, Simos. Still Simos. Arad expects. The ball came back. Moralato was the target. Just missed out. Diallo can run. Diallo. There's a four-man break on here. It's miscued. Jimenez on the edge of the penalty area. Gets the shot away, and that rebound comfortably for Ludfala. Crowd encouraging Ibrahim Ludfala to get the ball forward quickly. Offside. Well, he's added pace up front to Al Wasl, and that's caused problems. That's the consternation for Muharraq. They're not as comfortable defending against the pace as they were against the long balls being played in to Matthias Saldana. Sufyan and Hugo involved again. Ali Salah. Sufyan pulls him back, and Sufyan will get a yellow card this time. It's another of those rugby tackles. Of the day, all five completely justified. Referee Yosuke Arakai has had a good control of this game. To be fair, the players haven't made it particularly difficult. Ali Saleh lifts it up to the back post, and it's a backward header. Well, that's got to go down as a chance, I feel. I think it's Malik Janir. It's actually Gabriel Vareta who had the chance. That's the first time he's made his way into the opponent's penalty area. Al-Azizi gets the better of Simoas there. Al-Azizi will have an instruction from his coach that Simoas is the danger man. And the crowd in Arad beginning to make themselves heard. The change is being prepared by the home team. Sabaraman is preparing to come on. Gessen. to the back post and confidently taken one-handed. He's a supremely confident goalkeeper, Ibrahim Lutfullah. Sufyan. Simoes away to his left. Simoes. His end ball hasn't been good enough. A thrilling player, as is Sufyan. Not the finished article yet, but you can see exactly why they've been brought to play in this team. Step up at last though to AFC Champions League 2, and the defender's a little bit better. The marking's a little bit tighter. Here are the changes. Muharraq Al Wasl from midfield. Juninho going off. Campaigner. Hussein makes his way on. Jamil Saba, number 2, defender. So Hussein Abdul Karim Abdulaziz. Yara makes the triumvirate. Long ball over the top. Still time for a winner. Roberta's header. There's a little tackle. Simoes to Hanam. Hanam is better if he just wins the ball and plays it 5 yards. He's caught in possession there. That's not what Muharraq wants Hanan to do. Look at that, it's broken to Marolato. Simoes. On this near side is Diarra. Here is Diarra for the first time. Drives it across, and the shot nearly became a very good cross. Diarra, direct. Malian with not many games under his belt. 19-year-old. This is just his second appearance. He only had 9 minutes in his first appearance, but you can see that he's direct and he likes to take on his defender. Might have 10 minutes or so here, depending on how much time is added on. Long ball over the top, and that's through. Big chance to win it. Oh, what a moment for Al Wasl and Adama Diallo. It's a mistake from Rabea, and Diallo had time and space and took it clinically. Well, they certainly had the better chances in the first half. It's been more even in the second, but on the balance of play, it's a deserved lead for Al Wasl. And the team from Dubai, it would have been tight if VAR is there, but a pass just gets through the challenge of Rabea. One touch, get it out of his feet, not even that. That's a cool finish as the goalkeeper came through. Lovely ball, always going away, and yeah, Diallo set himself. Well, his pace has caused problems. There is the reward for Al Wasl. They've had more of the ball. Can they hold on to the lead? Hugo. A little bit more energy from Muharraq. This would have been useful 20 minutes ago. Diallo, just his fourth match, he's had less than 50 minutes total time. It's his first goal for the club. What a moment. Salah goes down, and now Al Wasl will be looking towards the assistant referee, whose evidence Muharraq and Al Wasl, to see how much time is going to be added on. It's going to be a late final throw of the dice. Facundo Tabares is being introduced by Muharraq, but how much time he's going to get remains to be seen. 5 minutes is the answer. There is Diallo, the match winner at the moment. Oliveira plays the ball, asks Saleh to chase. Saleh does. Bruno loses out. Saleh will try to hold on to possession. That's cleverly played by the UAE international. Happy to go all the way back to their goalkeeper. This is Gabriel. Well, this will make it 3 wins out of 3 for Al Wasl, with the home game to come against Muharraq. Muharraq have then got to look over their shoulders, because if Esteghlal were to win against Al Wahdat, then they would be both on 6 points. Tavares comes on. Argentine. Simões. He doesn't deserve to be on the losing side, but it looks like he's going to be. Ngassan. Might be a second. Everybody pushed forward now. This is Moralato. 20 Diarra. Brilliant tackle. Saleh had to get that one right, and he did. But it's at the expense of a corner. 3 minutes to play. Curls that one in, dealt with by Diallo. It's very, very wayward, not the kind of ball at all that Masaba intended, or that his team needed. It's been an accomplished performance by Al Wasl. Especially in the first half, they were by far the better team. Get himself a yellow card if he doesn't hurry up. Or a corner given. Yeah, no, the yellow card. Can't overturn the corner yet, not for taking a goal kick too slowly. But a yellow card nonetheless for Khalid Saif. He was asking for that. No, it does. The referee has got every right to add on 30 seconds or so. Have just dropped 5 yards deeper to defend. Simões. Great tackle. Al Azizi's done an excellent job on Simões since he came on. Walid close down. Goalkeeper can pick up. Into the final minute. Now, urging that to be sent forward, and it was, but it was a bit aimless. The goalkeeper's just been yellow carded, goes down. Make sure he distributes within the 8 seconds. The crowd here in Arad have already left the stadium. Those who are here are urging Samoas to come forward, but Samoas has left a foot in there. And arguably man of the match, Sufyan Buftini, intercepted and will buy his team just a little bit of time. Yeah, there's a touch. At the moment, an 88th minute goal from substitute Adama Diallo is going to win this one for Al Wasl. The referee has a look at his watch. There was one yellow card earlier on. He might have 30 seconds for that, but he doesn't. It's an away victory for Al Wasl. They extend their unbeaten run in all competitions to 9. They make it 3 wins out of 3. A late goal from Adama Diallo. Enough to do the job. It's finished here in Arad at the Sheikh Ali bin Mohammed Al Khalifa Stadium. Muharraq from Bahrain 0. Al Wasl from United Arab Emirates 1.